What up, Amputee Nation? This is Gary the Amputee. I just want to make a quick little video tutorial on how to modify a liner to make it shorter or to your liking. Now, I will give you this in advance. I would recommend that you ask your prosthetist to make that cut. This is an old liner, and I don't mind ruining it, but I'm going to show you what happens when you cut it too short and why it's so important, especially when you have such a small residual nub, that you want to have a really long liner that has a lot of surface area of suction. You want as much as possible to keep that leg on and keep it sturdy and not slinging off of you every step you take right here. So in this video, this is an old liner, and say like, because I roll my jeans up, so my jeans are rolled up to above the prosthetic in the wintertime because my jeans, they go over my prosthetic, but my prosthetic pulls my pants down. So I fold up my jeans only on this side, and I always let my prosthetic show. I've never had a problem with that. But the problem is in wintertime in Colorado, if I need to reapply ointment to a sore, I have to take my jeans off because my jeans don't go all the way up here, and I'm not able to take the liner off. My jeans go here, so I have to take my leg off. I have to take my leg off in a bathroom, set it aside, take my pants, unbutton it, slide my jeans completely off of this leg, and then I would be able to pull this off, dry down any sweat buildup in here, dry my leg off. Especially with old loose liners, you definitely want to make sure your leg is dry as possible. So that's basically the method. And then obviously I wouldn't be cutting my liner on the go, but that's just explain what nuisance it is in the wintertime when you wear jeans and you have to take your pants off on one leg just to add a little ointment to a sore. Like there's a sore there, luckily it's not in a pressure point. I've had this for 2-3 months now, and it's like a ingrown hair. But yeah, anyways, so when it comes to modifying these, like I said, always talk to your prosthetist first. Always understand that there's going to be some negatives that come along with this, and one of those being, what you would want to do is you want to find out where you want your liner to go. Now, if it's above the knee, you want to leave about this much slack from where it bends to where it ends, because what that's going to do is if I cut it here and I bend my leg, it's going to create a big arch, and what that arch does is a big open gap full of air, and that will cause little farting noises, the little bubbles to build up and then go when you walk by. And it can just be a nuisance. And the longer, say like I were to make the cut here, I would have a very small, very short little lip. The shorter I go, the higher it goes. The longer out I go from the bend of my knee, the lower it goes. The farther out, the lower. Now, I'm a male that's 6'4", so I am blessed that I can wear this to my groin. I can wear this almost to like 2 inches below where my leg ends. And for me, I love that because I have such a short residual limb that only this much is holding on to this much. So all that weight from this leg is coming down on me right here. So having grip prevents this from coming loose by air bubbles and falling off, water getting in there. If you go swimming and you have a big arch, it's like a big scoop and it just dumps water in, and that can actually make your leg slip and slide and actually come off with the liner still in the prosthetic. So when you want to make a cut, never do a straight cut. Never do a straight cut. You want to do a very wobbly cut like this. Try and make all the curves as even as possible. Take your time with it. I'll do it like this for now and see where we end up. Okay, perfect. That's the line I wanted. Fix this up a little bit. And these are lines to guide for when you're cutting. Now, another thing about this, here's another tip. If you are going to do this yourself, if you are going to modify your liner, make sure, just like when you get a haircut, just get the smallest amount cut off at first. Trial and error. See if this is all you need taken off. If not, cut a little more. If not, cut a little more. If you start noticing a bubble start to form, a little air bubble start to form, maybe you don't want to cut no more. Maybe that's probably a good safe spot to say, okay, I'm gonna lose the integrity of the purpose of this thing, which is to grip to my leg and grip as much surface area as possible to keep a 12-pound leg staying right here and not sliding back and forth, wobbling side to side, or any other problems. So in this case, there's a few ways to do this. I found for me, cutting it one side first, make sure you have a nice pair of scissors when you're doing this. Rotate it. Sorry about my phone going off. Another little tip for you guys, if you, after a couple years, you're going to start developing, having closets full of old liners, old sockets, old legs, and practice on the ones you don't use and that don't fit. Make sure they're too big and that you already got prescribed a smaller measurement size. Then you can practice doing some of this stuff if you want, and trial and error. Also, I also recommend and ask to donate your extra liners that are too big, that aren't too damaged. If you have any extra legs, find a credible company that's going to get these out to third world countries and places that don't have the technology or the finances or insurance that we do, and they will make a wooden leg work. They'll make a wooden leg with straps work if they have to. So these are blessings, even though they're misfitting, and to us that we get new ones made or whatever, they make these things do. So if you can, please donate any extra parts that you have that you don't need or physically aren't your measurement anymore. Anyways, back to the subject. So now that I've cut it, I've rolled it on. Now you see when I bend my knee, these curves help keep that from being a level area. I believe that the deeper the curves, the less of that you're gonna have. And so here's another one. Let's see if I can't show you guys what I mean by cutting it too short. kitty scissors. Gotta love the kitty scissors. And I have no kids. Sorry. This is a process, and I am doing this a little faster than I would like to if this was my actual one. Just want to give an example. Okay, there. And a lot of people like making them short. I really don't know why. You lose so much stability, you lose control. The longer they are, the better they are. So here we go. Putting it on my leg. Voila. See that? Now every time you take a step, say like you're wading out in water, you're out fishing, or you're out doing something in 4 feet of water, you bend over, you're filling that with water, and now air gets in there. You can almost hear it, the rubber. And this is what you want to avoid. Never ever just cut off the biggest piece first. Start small, see if it works for you. Move a little bit on, see if it works for you. Move a little bit on. If you start noticing any bit of bowing, it's time to stop, because all you're gonna do is let in more air, more water, more contaminants, things that'll make your leg slide off. You'll have a farting noise that comes from your leg, and I mean, I know it's not real, but if you're in public, who knows if people think that stuff's real. So that was my point there. You never want to do it too short. And back to my original, and this is why I love them all the way to the end. There's no anything. It is grip tight all the way around. Has nice curvature. This should still be more straight, but that's an easy fix like that. Bam, boom, bang, bang, done. And so that's my quick tutorial on cutting ply socks, or liners. I just did a video on how to modify ply socks for ingrown hairs or malfitting prosthetics until they can get into a prosthetist. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please email me at amputeeangler@gmail.com. All one word, no little dots, lines, just amputeeangler@gmail.com. And you can ask me anything, leave comments, let me know if you want me to make any videos on anything, if I missed anything, just my advice on anything. Feel free to email me, because for some reason YouTube will not let me allow comments on my posts until I have a bigger audience and fan base. But also, like I said, make sure that you're going to your prosthetist to do this if it's an emergency, or if you just have a couple extra that you use and you want to try different levels out and see if one works better than having it all the way up to here. You know, that's something to look into. I just wanted to show you how to do that. My name is Gary the Amputee. This is Amputee Adventures. Please like, subscribe, and follow. Please share if you know any amputees or devotees that are married or dating an amputee that would like to learn anything about what we go through. I have videos on what to expect, the process from pre-amp all the way to physical therapy completion, what to expect next, what you need to be doing in the first year of amputation. And now I just completed a video on ply socks that I'm about to upload once it's done editing. And then I will be dropping episode 6, which will be the tutorial on how to modify your prosthetic liners. Now these are all pin and lock. I am not a suction prosthetic person. So please consult your prosthetist before you make any rash decisions if you want to cut those, because those do require suction, and these more of a grip with a anchor. And we wouldn't want to see anyone get injured or cut too much off and then pop out of it. These are all just some trial and errors, things I learned along the way, as my journey, grew over the last 7 years. So, like I said, please like, subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's anything I didn't cover. Let me know if there's anything you want me to cover. Reach out to me on Facebook under Gary Sloat. I'm in a lot of the amputee support groups. You can also find me through my email, amputeeangler@gmail.com. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thanks for watching episode 6.